Hello everybody, my name is Max Chua and I'm the founder for Choizya Private Limited, a Singaporean-based company specialized in wireless radiation detection and protection. Let me give you a very brief introduction about myself. I'm an electronic and electrical engineer by training. I spent well over 10 years of my career life in the semiconductor field. And right after that, another 6 to 7 years in the electrical segment, working for several foreign MNC as their regional head of strategy and marketing for the Asia Pacific region. I've decided to actually create a series of short videos to answer some of the questions that I gathered from my Facebook group. The intention of this video is meant to give a short answer. It is not meant to give a very in-depth or exhaustive answer. For that, I'll try to address it in a separate session via meetup group or a presentation group to those people that they are interested in. So let me just go ahead with the first question that I got. What are the negative health effects of wireless radiation overexposure? The second question, where are the proof? And third question, if it is so bad, the government or the health authority will have alert the public. Let me address the first question. What are the negative health effects of wireless radiation overexposure? It can range from headaches, migraines, sleeping problems, insomnia, concentration problems, behavior problems, depressions, skin condition, rash or skin itchiness. It can also be in the form of aches and pain. And some of the more severe health effects can be cancer, DNA damage, heart condition or heart palpitation. It can be autism, dementia, diabetes, DNA damage, oxidative stress, as well as fertility issues. So these are just some of these examples. Coming to the second question, where are the proof? Many people might not be aware that RF radiation or radio frequency radiation, or commonly known as wireless radiation, has been classified as a potential Class 2B carcinogen by WHO back in March 2011. So what is this Class 2B carcinogen? It's in the same category as lead, LEAD, DDT, which is an insecticide. It has been banned internationally, chloroform, as well as car exhaust. Those few hazardous substances that I just mentioned, when we mention that, we know that we will stay away with it because it's bad. We will not let our loved ones be exposed to that as well. But sadly, when it comes to RF radiation or wireless radiation, since we are not told about this or not mentioned in the media, we are constantly being exposed to it. And the worst thing is that the exposure get ever increasing because we want to have more and more of this wireless connectivity and gadgets. So like I say again, for more proof and evidence, I would love to share in a separate session, in a meetup session, with you. Third question, if it is so bad, the health authority or the government will have alert the public. So there are two points that I'd like to mention. Firstly, it has to do with the classification. Since it is being classified as Class 2B potential carcinogen, governments and health authorities do not need to alert the public. Unless the substance has been classified as Class 2A, which is a probable carcinogen, or even Class 1, a definite carcinogen. So that is the reason why people are not being informed. The second reason, it has to do with the exposure limit. To date, there is no international safety standard with regards to wireless radiation exposure. There is only international safety guideline. And what is the difference between a standard and a guideline? A standard is very strong and very rigid. You have to follow business level, this particular level. But when it comes to guideline, it's just a guideline. You can follow or you can choose not to follow. And Singapore and many countries has followed this so-called international guideline, IGNIRP guideline, which has been established well over 20 years. And as we know, wireless technology has been advanced so quickly over the last decades. And for you to think that we are still following a 20-year-old guideline, that is a little bit outdated, and it's highly unprotective with regards to health. And since it is a guideline, many countries over the years, over the decades, has also established their own guideline. And what is the difference? Countries like India and China is 10 to 100 times lower than this IGNIRP guideline. So to give you a numerical representation, the IGNIRP guideline, for example, is about 10 million microwatts per meter square, and for India and China, it could be 110 times lower than that. And there are many countries in the European countries. There's a guideline that's even thousands of times lower than this IGNIRP guideline. Countries like in Germany, building biology, for example, they have a guideline of 10 microwatts per meter square. And Austria, Salzburg, which is the strictest on earth, has a guideline of 1 microwatts per meter square. So from this different guideline, all these different guidelines, you can see that it's a very huge difference. One spectrum of 1 microwatts all the way to the other spectrum of 10 microwatts. So the issue is, excuse me, which guideline are you following or your government is adopting? So just to give you an example, if today somebody were to come here to install several sector antennas in your vicinities, when the technician or the engineers come over to do the actual measurement, don't be surprised that whatever measurement has been recorded is well below this 10 million microwatts, because this 10 million microwatts is simply too huge a guideline. Everything will pass. On the contrary, if your countries follow a very low levels of wireless radiation guideline, when this happens, you definitely fail, because you have easily exceeded this limit. So in short, it has to do with which guideline actually you are following, your countries are following. So that is the reason why you are not being informed, or the government will not alert you, because they feel that it is still well below this 10 million. If they choose to have this very loose guideline of those that they follow from IGNIRP. I hope that I have captured some of your attention, and I would definitely love to hear more from you. You can find more information in my Instagram or my website. So in the meanwhile, send me your questions so that in the next video session I will address them. Thank you very much. Bye.